Hey, welcome to the Weekly Wave. All right, let's settle this once and for all. Should you go to college or should you jump straight into a career? It's a question that's haunted students, parents, and overly invested family members at Thanksgiving dinners for years now. Now, before everyone runs to the comments and have a full-on debate down there, let's break this down. Because the truth is, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. But I promise, by the end of this video, you'll have a much better idea of which path might be right for you. So, first of all, we got to talk about the pressure to choose, or the pressure to decide right away. If you're in high school, people act like this decision determines your entire future, as if picking the wrong path means you'll end up living in your mom's basement forever. Even though I live in the basement and I graduated college. But, nonetheless, it won't. Your life is a marathon, not a sprint. Plenty of people switch paths, pivot careers, and figure things out along the way, so just take a minute, breathe. The truth is, societal expectations play a huge role in this decision. Schools are oftentimes pushing the college-first mindset because that's been the traditional route of success for decades now. Meanwhile, some families emphasize the immediate work to avoid the debt, or because they value the hands-on experience, or there's a family business that needs to be upheld. The key here is to remember their advice, because it is valuable, but it isn't the rule book for how you should live your life. So first we'll start with college. We've all heard the classic reasons to go, right? You get more job opportunities, there are higher earning potential over time, the networking and social life aspect, and let's be honest, the overall college experience, like the dorms, the questionable cafeteria food, and maybe even a little too much caffeine while you're at it. But seriously, college is great for certain careers, like being a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer, and unironically, even people who study business and finance, like me. If your dream job requires a degree, then obviously going to college is a no-brainer. Beyond just academics, though, college is also about networking. Many high-paying jobs aren't about just what you know, but who you know. Your professors, your classmates, your internship connections can open doors you never even knew existed. And let's not forget about the personal growth that happens. Learning how to manage your time, living independently, and think critically are all big things that develop when you go to college. But let's be real, college is so expensive. Like selling a kidney on the black market expensive. But not everyone who goes to college ends up using their degree. Plus, student debt is a real thing, and it's only increasing over the years. If you're just going because everyone else is, or because you don't know what else to do, that's a good time to really pause and rethink. So, let's talk numbers. According to the U.S. Department of Education, the average student loan debt in America is around $37,000 to $60,000 in 2024, and it's only going up. That's a serious financial burden before you even start your career. While some degrees lead to high-paying jobs, most of them don't. It's really crucial here to research the return on investment, or the ROI, of your degree before signing up for 4 years of hefty tuition payments. Now, if college isn't for you, though, don't panic. There are plenty of other ways to make money and have a fulfilling career and life. Trade schools, certifications, and online courses are all great things that can lead to well-paying jobs without the insane debt. Electricians, plumbers, and HVAC techs can make six figures, and these boot camps, some people go from like $0 to $100,000 plus salaries coding within a year. Don't get me wrong, they're in less demand over the years, especially since the tech layoffs in 2020, but overall, they're solid options if you really don't know what to do yet. Now, just to go in a little more depth, trade schools focus on hands-on careers, more like welding and auto repair and construction. These jobs aren't just well-paying, but are also in high demand, and I can assure you that these jobs will not be replaced by AI anytime soon. Next, we have tech boot camps. It's a fast track into tech careers, pretty much. Many companies care more about what you can do rather than your diploma. And last, we got the online learning and certifications. Sites like Coursera, Udemy, and Google Certifications offer valuable skills in business, tech, and creative fields, and sometimes they're even free. So there's really no excuse not to do them, honestly. So what's the key takeaway? An alternative education is more accessible, and can lead to just as much success as a traditional degree. Now, some people may thrive going into the workforce right away. Maybe you're an entrepreneur or a creative mind or just someone who learns best by just doing it. So good news for you, starting your own business, you don't need a degree to do that. Going into sales, your paycheck really depends more on the skills that you have rather than your diploma. Already have a passion that kind of makes you money? Why wait 4 years to do what you love? Just pursue it now. The key here is self-awareness, really. If you can hustle, be disciplined, network, and build this proper skill set, jumping straight into the workforce might be the right move. One of the biggest myths today is that skipping college means you won't be successful. But many of today's top entrepreneurs, Steve Jobs, Gates, Zuck, never finished college. That doesn't mean it's the right move for everyone, but it shows that education comes in many different forms, and you can learn all throughout your life. All right, so here's how to decide between college and a career right now as a newly graduated high school senior. First, you got to know your goals. If you need a degree to do your dream job, go for it. If not, you can explore other options. Second, you got to consider your finances. Don't take on unnecessary debt if you're unsure of your path. You don't want to start underwater before you even start to live your adult life. Third, you might have to test the waters a little bit. Try internships, maybe some job shadowing or freelancing before committing to a full path. I know internships and stuff are a lot harder to get without a, basic college education, but they are out there. You just got to look and try to get to know people. And fourth, and arguably the most important, listen to yourself, not just society. Just because something is normal in society's view doesn't mean it's necessarily right for you and your situation. And most importantly, remember, no decision is permanent. You can start in one direction and change later. You can start off wanting to be a mathematician or start off wanting to become a doctor and then slowly realize that is not for you. And maybe you just want to become a welder or work on cars. Life is flexible, so don't stress too much, really. At the end of the day, success isn't about college versus career. It's about finding what works for you and your situation and making the most of it. Some people thrive in classrooms and thinking with their brain, and others in the real world, maybe using their hands or just logically thinking. The good news, you're in control. So whatever you choose, just own it, put in the work, and build the life you want. Thank you so much for listening.